Hey guys, Keith here. Appreciate y'all tuning in once again. I watched the new Superman movie tonight, and of course I grew up watching Christopher Reeve as Superman, and love those and everything. But kids watched this one, wanted me to watch it. It was a great movie, by the way. That's not what this video is about, but but a little bit, kind of get you going on this. So anyway, great movie, but you know. But we're not Superman. We're not Superwomen. In real life, we're just not. We don't have that. When we get hurt, it hurts. We have feel pain. It hurts. We have to deal with it. And I had this shoulder surgery. It's been a week ago today. Hard to believe it's been that long. But anyway, last few days have been tough. I was going to make a video last night. Just didn't feel like it. I was going to make one earlier today. Just couldn't do it. I just haven't felt like doing it. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to get on my phone even. And it's just been really rough. And so, realizing pretty quickly, it's like, I kind of handle pain fairly well most of the time, but realizing pretty quickly here during this process and all this that, I'm not the man of steel. I'm not Superman. And when you got pain, you got to do something about it. And so, what I'll tell you a little bit about what I've had done, and if you're looking to have surgery or anything, just follow the doctor's orders. And not that I'm was a rebel and just didn't listen to him at all, but there's just been a few things that I thought, well, I'm okay, and I did something a little different than I should have, and so anyway, I want to talk about that. But so I had a total shoulder replacement in my left shoulder. I had a car accident. It was rear-ended. I was doing 60 something. They were doing 80 or 90. Hit us like we were sitting still. Totaled my van, and I was driving. Just had this arm on the wheel, my left arm on the wheel. And when I saw, him coming, it was too. I saw him and then he hit me. It was that quick. And so I probably tensed up, probably tightened my, straightened my arm out. I don't know, but anyway, either way, torn rotator cuff. Of course, I had my seatbelt on here too. My whole arm just went. It just went limp, and I couldn't do anything with it. It was like I thought something was broken, but it wasn't in great pain at that time. It was just like I couldn't do anything with it. Couldn't lift it. And so anyway, torn rotator cuff, had to MRI, all that stuff, and they decided that it was really bad, so bad that I needed a total shoulder replacement. And I was like, oh my God, I said, I've really never had any surgery before. So, I had my wisdom teeth cut out, but nothing like this at all. And not knowing what to expect, a little scary, just turned 60 this past month. And I'm like, oh man, but so I was a little, dreading the surgery and everything. Everything went well. They told me, multiple people told me, stay ahead of the pain. Okay, and that's what we're talking about today, the pain. Stay ahead of the pain. And I did a video last night, and we can't always, the emotional pain's different. There's not a magic pill for that. And there's not necessarily a magic pill for physical pain either, but there are pills that can either mask the pain or, help it if it's inflammation and that kind of thing to help, to help get over the pain. And kind of with this situation, I kind of really just need to mask the pain until it heals, during the healing process. And then once that's done, then I, just get into, rehab and all that as far as, going to therapy and all. Well, the first night, they numb my whole arm. They put like they call a block, and they give you a shot and they numb it. Okay. So besides anesthesia that puts you out, you have your arm's numb. So when you wake up, there's no pain because your arm is numb. Matter of fact, part of my chest was numb over here even. And so again, they told me to stay ahead of it. If you feel anything, take some meds, or even before. So, okay, well, so they came in and said, and I don't know if I called them first or if they just came in and they said they had muscle relaxer, and then they had a pain medication, which is a narcotic. And I wasn't crazy about taking a narcotic. I'm allergic to one of them, and which I told them about. They knew about that, so it wasn't that one. But I was just like, narcotics are addictive. They can make you kind of loopy. And I even asked the girl, and she said, yeah, they can kind of make you loopy. I'm like, I don't want to be loopy. I really don't want to, but I don't want to have pain. So, it's just kind of this pulling sensation, one real pain. I took the muscle relaxer, didn't touch it. And I got on the intercom and I said, I need some drugs. And they laughed at me, but they brought me some drugs. So I finally wound up taking the narcotic, and it just didn't touch it. By that time, it was as people had told me, you wait too late, and then it's going to take a lot longer to catch up, and it may not it's going to take a while. It will catch up, obviously, but it's just going to take a while, and you're going to suffer. And boy, I did. I didn't sleep all that night. The narcotic, they said it'll make you sleepy, but I didn't get sleepy because I was hurting so bad, I guess. Well, I get home and pretty good the first few days, but I had some nausea, and of course the pain medicine can make you sick. I went to therapy on Monday, a couple of days ago, and I was sick the whole time. I was just they got to put a fan on me. I got a washcloth. I had a trash can beside me. I laid my head on the therapist's desk. I was a mess, and so I was like, I'm not gonna take the pain meds anymore. I'm gonna try to take like ibuprofen, something else, and still take some pain. I wasn't gonna I'm just gonna be tough, but just not the narcotic. And so I tried that, and last night. Monday night as well. Didn't sleep good, didn't sleep well at all. And then again, last night, I couldn't get comfortable. my neck was sore, my shoulder, everything was just, and I just couldn't get comfortable. So finally, about 6 something this morning, because I waited till some of the other ones that I didn't want to take them together. And it might have been okay too, but I just, I was afraid to. So I didn't take the ibuprofen. I took the ibuprofen. I waited till the 4 hours was up on it. 6:30 this morning, I took my pain meds, and woke up at 8:30 hurting again. I was like, man, that didn't last long. But I didn't take any because you're supposed to take them like 4 hours or as needed kind of thing. And so, every 4 hours as needed. So in other words, if you don't need them, don't take them. But yeah, anyway, so I started taking them pretty regular today, because even this afternoon, I was going to do a video. I just didn't feel like it. And so when I finally did take it, and kind of got on a schedule, I was able to watch a movie with the kids tonight. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I feel good. I've had a little nausea here and there. I have to kind of have some ginger ale handy and all that. But that usually takes care of a wet washcloth. I'm getting a little warm right now, honestly. I'm getting hot. So, as soon as I get done here, I'm going to get a wet washcloth. I don't feel sick, but I just, it kind of comes on me a little, like that. And so I have to kind of just keep it at bay best I can. But now that I'm kind of staying on that, and even though I don't want to be on the hard drugs, but right now I need them. And I'm not going to abuse them. I don't take them except when I have to do it. But I'm pretty much staying on that 4 hour thing, because I went a little over 4 hours this last time, and I could feel it, just not pain real bad, but just pulling. I could tell there was a difference. I was starting to feel something there, so I took them. And I want to sleep good tonight, so I'm going to stay on top of this thing. And I feel great now. I feel, I can run around the house right now. I feel good. And I'm not high. That was the thing I was worried about. I don't want to be loopy and just be drunk or whatever. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to be that way. I know sometimes that's just the way it is. In order to deal with the pain, sometimes you got to deal with the side effects, or the loopiness or whatever, and so luckily I've been too loopy, few little, maybe just kind of in and out, you go to sleep easily, so sometimes I get set down and I'm just go out or whatever, but it's nothing bad for sure. So if you're having surgery, just listen to the doctors, do what they tell you. And again, I wasn't trying to be rebellious and be a tough guy or anything like that. I wasn't trying to be the man of steel, but just a fear of taking that drug or whatever. And can be addictive. I don't want to get addicted to something, because I had shoulder surgery, but I don't believe I will. It's one of the things, you take them just hopefully in this short period of time, and then I'll be past the majority of the pain to where I can maybe deal with it with over-the-counter drugs and that kind of thing. So anyway, we wanted to give you an update on this, and you know, if you're having surgery, you know, just, you know, follow the directions, just like on the bottle. You know, follow what the doctor says. If they're saying, you know, take them before you need them, take them before you need them. You know, and I know we get fearful of things, but man, the pain it's real, and it hurts, and it's, you know, if you can't sleep at night, rest is one of the most important things in recovery, you know, and healing. And if you're not getting rest, because my mind was just, I was just so, you know, say I didn't want to read, I didn't want to listen to music, I didn't want to watch YouTube, I didn't want to do anything. And I've missed, y'all left a lot of great comments, and I want to get back to you, but I haven't felt like doing that. I just don't even, I see your comments, and I'm like, oh, it's awesome, and I'm like, I just don't even feel like typing back right now, you know. So it's important to, you know, if you're going through any kind of medical type thing, you know, listen to the doctor, but also listen to your body, okay? That was one thing, you know, the doctor told me that night, or the next morning after the surgery. He said, because I said, do I need to have a pillow under my arm, because it was kind of hurting to have the pillow, but it didn't feel great not to have the pillow. And I was trying to decide which was worse. And of course, I was having all this pain, so it didn't really matter what I did. And he just said, let your shoulder decide. You know, your shoulder will tell you. And so that's what I've tried to do, is what's my shoulder telling me right now? You know, listen to your body. And so if you're having pain somewhere tonight, you know, get that looked at. If you're not sure what it is, if it's simple as, oh, I'm gonna take some pain meds and I'll be okay in a day or two, you know, monitored or whatever. But don't let it get out of hand. Don't let it go too long. If you got pain somewhere and it's ongoing, have it checked out. Your body's trying to tell you something, okay? And that's what I'm trying to tell you tonight, is to listen to your body, and then listen to the doctors. And again, you know, you have to do what's right for you. You know, doctors aren't always right, but they know more about it than we do, because they've dealt with it, and in situations like this where they do this every day, and do these kind of surgeries, so they know best. All right. So I'm no doctor, I'm no Superman. I'm just a vintage dad putting out videos that hopefully you can grab some value, maybe a nugget here or two, one or two here and there. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and be sure to keep the comments coming, and I will get back to you, I promise. Give us a thumbs up on this if you would, subscribe to us. We'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.